Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Welcome to the Battle Royale mod. What is the Battle Royale mod, you might ask? Well, it is a mod in which countries will immediately declare war on their lesser beings around them. I have a feeling the Soviet Union is going to do well in this scenario. And annex, not puppet or anything like that, those countries until they are the last country standing. This would be a pretty awesome mod to play multiplayer with a bunch of friends and stuff with. Jackson, looking at you there, dude. Maybe sometime play this mod multiplayer. Bunch of people on stream team. Be a pretty sweet one for that. But it's an awesome, kind of cool. So you can start it right now. We can select a time for it. We can ask them to ask us again for it, or just let us decide, and then you can click on the mod thing. I do believe it comes down here, but I'm not sure. We are going to do it right now. Starting time chosen. So we've chosen our time, but what we're going to do is we are just going to watch the chaos ensue. I just want to see how this mod acts and how it works, because if this mod could be worked into some of the main mods like Kaiserreich, the Great War mod, Modern Day, what is it, Modern Warfare 4, whatever it's called, Black Ice, some of the big mods, Après Moi de mod, yeah, that one, you know, that, or it just compatible for some of these other mods. This could be pretty damn awesome for non-base games. So I'm going to unpause it here. And I assume we're going to probably get, yes, a lot of wars quickly. A lot of, so it's basically like always a war mod, but like, holy shit. But like, exacerbated. So we've got Denmark being killed off here by the Germans. Wow, the lag is real. Oh my god, the lag. I assume it'll probably get a little bit better as countries start to fully capitulate here. But we have some pretty major lag going on. Oh my. Can we get rid of it by being like Ireland here? So Ireland and the UK are at war. I'm hoping this doesn't crash. Good chance it will. Holy shit. So the UK and Ireland are at war. I don't think the Irish are going to have a good time with that one, considering they have one division that is now isolated. Holy crap. We've got, they've already taken Dublin, so I imagine that's just, yeah, it's not going to it's not going to go very well. 85% towards capitulation. So once the UK takes Cork, that'll be it for the Irish. It seems like we've stabilized a little bit here. I'm going to, oh my god, look at all of this stuff. Poland just took Lithuania. This is insane. The German Reich just, I assume, took, yeah. Oh my goodness. Peru took Ecuador. Soviet Union took Tanatuva. Oh no. Yeah, observe. We already were observing. Please leave. What? Oh, it's because, wait a minute, what? Liberia got control of part of the UK. That's hilarious. Yeah, you've got Belgium has capitulated already. The French are now invading Amsterdam. I'm wondering if the French and the Germans, when they go to war, how that's going to work out. The final countries in this are actually probably going to be interesting, because it's going to be difficult to see who makes it. The Canadians and the Americans are not at war, although the Americans, oh my goodness, the lag here. The Americans are at war, so Czechoslovakia, Austria got annexed by a whole bunch of people. Shaanxi was annexed as well. Lots of annexations going on. So the United States is at war with Mexico right now. They're not really making too many gains. Oh, the Soviet Union annexed Estonia. Oh, wait a minute. It said no civil wars. All civil wars would be ended. Okay, apparently not. Apparently the Spanish Civil War is just one of those civil wars that just, you know, who cares? Poland took 2 states. Latvia was annexed. France and Germany took some states there. The Netherlands were annexed. I feel bad for Yugoslavia over here, who is just at war with all of its neighbors. The Italians especially. That's going to be very interesting when Europe is down just to the final super nations. So Germany, France, from the looks of it now, Poland, Italy, and others. The Italians are doing quite well, so they're probably going to last out. Bulgaria, unfortunately, once again, loses to the Romanians. The Greeks, I'm not sure how they're going to do. They're mostly winning. They're probably relying more so on the Italians getting in there quickly than anything else. The Germans have invaded Switzerland quite heavily here. Manchukuo has been annexed by its former overlords here. The Japanese might actually do quite well against the Soviets. If the Soviets have to declare war on multiple fronts, they might lose, but the Soviets are definitely going to do very, very well. I don't want to really choose the Soviets because I'm not sure how the computer is going to handle that. It's lagging with others there. Romania took Bulgaria, saw that coming. Siam took over British Malaya. Saw that coming too. I don't think there are any... Yeah, so the factions are all dismantled, which is good. Soviet Union took 3 states. Saikang is gone. Mongolia actually took a state. Good for Mongolia there. France declare. There we go. There it is. France and the Germans are now at war. I was waiting for that one. So France here in this matchup, I think... I don't know if they're going to be the superior. So they've got 74 divisions to the Germans. 34. That's it, Hitler? Really? Oh, the Germans might lose. Especially where they are distracted in Sweden right now as well. They could very well lose this fight. Oh yeah, they're not doing very well on the line here south of Amsterdam. They've already had some troops almost surrounded by the looks of it there. Oh, Paraguay's gone. So we actually have... This mod might actually make South America semi-exciting. Because stuff has to happen. So that's good. Is Brazil even at war with anybody? Yeah, Venezuela. So they are trying to invade Venezuela. They don't have that many troops, though. That's the one thing with South America, is there really isn't a whole lot of troops to go around here. It's quite dull in that respect. El Salvador looks like it's becoming the king of Central America, although Nicaragua's looking big as well. Nepal is now gone, so we're losing a lot of these like weaker nations to, you know, these stronger nations for sure. So you kind of know who is not going to survive. Iran was actually annexed. Turkey and Afghanistan did quite a lot for that. So the Turks are looking at an Ottoman Empire here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Look at this. Afghanistan's looking pretty okay. They're definitely not going to hold up against like a British Raj invasion or even a Turkish invasion, really. How's the Civil War going there? Is that Britain? It is. It's Britain. Britain is at war with... oh, they're allied with Madrid, it looks like. Oh, no, they're not. No, I want... Stupid thing. I want to choose Britain. Royal Britannia. Who are you at war with? Is it the Republicans? It is just the Republicans that they're at war with. So if the Republicans lose, they're going to gain some land on the mainland Europe, which is going to be good for the British later on. Not sure... Yeah, they don't have more units than the French. The French are definitely being a pretty dominant force. Oh, Mongolia's gone. The Soviets have swallowed them up. I'm surprised the Chinese are still alive. Like, I'm surprised they... Are they even at war with anybody right now? Venezuela is now gone. Been eaten up by Brazil and other nations. Oh yeah, they are at war. They're at war with a few nations. They're just not really making many moves. Romania declared war on Greece. Oh, Hungary was actually annexed. Yugoslavia is now gone. So that's going to make Greece a little bit bigger. Probably going to help them out a little bit against the Romanians, but not a whole lot. The Romanians are definitely going to eat them alive. Oh, they're at war with the Italians as well. It's not going to go over very well. 54 divisions. The Italians, if they got involved in this whole war with France, might actually have a chance. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Germans now own Sweden, so that's good. They're at war with Oslo now, which It's probably not the smartest decision, although they are winning now against the French, at least for the time being. I don't know how long that's going to actually transpire for, but the French are actually... So they're defending their borders instead of putting them on the front, which is probably quite foolish considering they're only at war with the German Reich. They have numerical superiority still, but they have lost a lot of troops. Holy crap, they have lost a lot more men. So the Germans are definitely outlasting them in that regard, but they probably won't last too long. The French are still winning the majority of their fights here, and they've pushed quite heavily. Czechoslovakia, I thought they were dead. Apparently not. They're doing quite well in their fight here against the Poles. The Poles are quite strong. I'm surprised at the Polish. They're doing very, very well. Oh shit, Finland's in here too. Are the Germans at war with the Finns? No, not yet. So this is literally just a battle for Oslo at this point. They're probably just going to surrender after Oslo is gone. Wow, this is a very... There's not a lot of combatants going on here. Come on, Germany. You could walk into frickin' Oslo. End it. Just end this war. End this foolish fight. Large ships on low strength. Well, that's very unfortunate for Germany, isn't it? Looks like Republican Spain has lost Madrid. Their current capital is probably pretty much doomed to fall here very shortly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. British Raj is getting into a lot of wars here. Oh, Czechoslovakia there. So Norway is gone. That Chinese territory is gone. I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, wow, that's really gross looking. Oof. Finland, I hope you don't have any troops in here, man. You're going to get absolutely quashed. Well, maybe not. The French are definitely... The Czechs are going to gain quite a bit of land out of this if they can survive the war. I don't know if they can, though. They've got, like, no troops there. A bunch of these are surrounded. If they do survive the war, they're not going to survive for long. The Germans are definitely outdoing them. But you would expect the Germans just to have a defensive front. You know what I mean? Oh, Republican Spain's gone. You know what I mean? Like, you'd expect them just to have a defensive front against the Czechs, considering they're getting their ass handed to them by the French right now. Like, good lord. I'm surprised the United Kingdom didn't take more than just keeping Gibraltar. Portugal's dead. Goodbye, Portugal. Oh my god. They just got absolutely wrecked. Yeah, Lisbon's gone. They're gonna capitulate. They don't have anything else. The fact that they're still fighting is admirable. Yeah, they're gone. Oh wait, no, they still have this land down here, so they will continue the fight. They will continue the fight. The South Africans are at war with them, though. If the South Africans were smart, they would definitely press. They would press this front because they would get this land and this land here, which would help them out in the fight against the French in the UK here. Oh my God, more wars. Kingdom took to Liberia was annexed by the Brits. Italy declared war on the Czechs. Greece is gone. The Italians swallowed them up. Oh, the UK and national Spain. Portugal is actually gone. Okay, so Portugal did die. They did. They finally did surrender. It's crazy. The lag is coming back now. Gibraltar has fallen to the Spanish. I wonder if the Spanish are going to try to navally invade the United Kingdom. I wonder, once we get down to one nation here, one nation here, if they're going to try and navally invade each other and win. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. That'll be interesting. The Czechs are barely hanging on. God love them, though. They are doing their best. Vienna just fell. Yeah, they're done. Yeah, they're done. Yeah, Czechs are gone. I'm already observing. Leave me alone. So now you've got Poland, Germany. I think the Poles, they're not at war with Germany yet, but they're on their way. They're at war with the Romanians, so they'll probably make that fight first before they try to fight the Germans. It'd be smarter to do it that way. I mean, if the Germans take Poland, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, number-wise, we've got 40 divisions here, and we have... How many divisions here? 31. So it'd be fairly close, depending on the division templates. don't think either of them have tanks. Oh no, the Romanians have one. Do the Poles have a tank? No, and they're fairly poorly equipped too. I think the Romanians are better. Yeah, the Romanians are way better equipped. So I mean that could go Romanian if the Romanians don't get into a war with, anybody else. They are at war with Turkey, but Turkey is fairly distracted right now. So yeah, I don't know. Let's continue the fight here. Asia's calmed the fuck down. China's not even at war with anybody right now that I don't think. They're at war with the British Raj, right? Because everybody just decided to pick on the British all of a sudden. And Cuba apparently is doing stuff. Honduras is gone. Oh, hello. The South Americans are not looking that much different, except for Venezuela's missing, and Ecuador's missing. Other than that, and Paraguay's gone, and so is Uruguay. Oh well. El Salvador is still fighting the Mexicans and the Nicaraguans now. I wonder if the States is going to go to war with the Canadians anytime soon. Are the Canadians even at war with anybody? They are at war with... wait, what? Oh. They're at war with Cuba, apparently. Okay. They're planning a naval invasion out of Halifax to invade Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Okay. Okay, Canada, you do you, man. The Mexicans are pretty close to just falling at this point. Yeah, they have 9 divisions left. Actually, how many do the El Salvador? Okay, not that many. All right. I was curious if they match the Americans or anything, but they don't. Are they even winning this? No. The Nicaraguans are actually winning this fight. That's really not good, honestly. It's really not great. I feel really bad for the Mexicans, though. They are winning their fights on the El Salvador side, though, for the most part. They are not winning against the Americans, though. The Americans are much, much better off. The Americans' equipment are quite crap, though. Is that all of the American units? Or is that just those? Oh, no, all of them. Yeah, they're, pretty poorly equipped. Wow. Huh. Strange. Oh, well, whatever. So are the Mexicans at this point. That's just not good. I feel bad for them. They're just getting squashed. They're getting completely squashed. Oh, yeah, they took that one. This guy here is screwed now. Americans have that land. They're closing in on Mexico City now. Poor Mexicans. They never had a chance. The Germans are not looking very healthy. Berlin could fall very, very shortly, which I don't know if it'll end them. Probably won't. 43% towards capitulating. They went to war with the Finns. They've taken a lot of Finnish land up here. They really, really should have just taken these units, lost this for now, and then invaded, helped their troops here attacking France. They just lost Berlin. Where have they relocated to? In Munich. Okay. They're winning some of the fights here in Munich, though, so they could keep Munich for a little while. It's a possibility they could keep fighting this war for a bit longer. The Poles are invading Romania pretty much in force now. That's pretty much the end for the Romanians. They got a nice encirclement here. I don't think there's a town here, but I don't think it's enough to supply them anymore. They're cut off from their main supply lines, so these units are all they're dead. They're all dead, which is not good. Feel bad. I do feel bad. Not really. I'm just trying to see if the unit... So 13 divisions on 3 here, and the 3 are winning, which is sad. It's quite sad. I think they've actually pushed out a little bit. I think they took this land. That's very interesting. I mean, if they push to the Polish border, though, it's not going to matter, because the French are just going to swarm south. They're going to do it looks like they're trying to, do a defensive line north, but they're not really interested in taking it. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I think the Finns probably have that handled. At least a defensive line, anyway. Looks like the Germans took my advice, though. They retreated everything from the north flank here and brought it south, either defensively or not. Oh, no, it's all defensive at ports. They don't want to get navally invaded. Oh, my. That's sad. That's so sad. The UK has no real plans to... Oh, no, they do. They want to invade this island from Malta. They do have troops in Malta, but they have, like, no organization. Oh, they did try to invade there. So there is a defensive unit. Okay. They're, like, ticked off. They're like, you took Gibraltar. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? So Munich still has not fallen. The Poles are getting very close to Bucharest now. I am impressed with the Polish. They're doing very, very well. The British Raj are holding for the most part, although they look like they're starting to collapse a little bit against the Chinese. They're pretty much at war with all of Asia at this point. They're not at war with the Soviets yet, and the Afghanistan's held out quite well against the Soviets as well, actually. I just realized they're still alive. It's quite impressive. The Saudis are screwed. Like, totally screwed. Oman and the Turks, as well as the Brits, are pushing in. That's not good. Mexico. Ooh, whoa, Jesus fucking Christ. Where the hell did I end up? Mexico is still alive, but they are about to lose Mexico City here to American and possibly El Salvador troops. Oh, Soviet Union just declared war on Finland. They took Afghanistan. Yeah, they just abandoned Mexico City, so that's going to be it. They surrendered. It looks like the states are already ready to invade El Salvador. They've already declared war on El Salvador. Why have they not declared war on Canada, though? That is their neighbor, and they are considerably weaker. I really don't understand what's going on there. I'm also not sure what's going on here, to be honest. 10 divisions of Army 3 require 26 transports, which they have, for transferring troops, trade and supply, naval invasion plan. Why have they not just executed the naval invasion? They literally haven't. They haven't executed the plan. Why not? The hell? God, lazy. Jeez. Oh, Bolivia's getting squashed by the Brazilians here. It sucks for them. Chile looks like it's lost a lot of land. Oh, Romania just fell. So Romania is gone. And now Poland and the Turks are at war. The Italians have navally invaded the Anatolia area through Rhodes by the looks of it. They probably landed in Rhodes because there's the little dashes here so they could walk across. So they probably just landed there and just walked across into Turkey. That's bad for Turkey because Mussolini is doing pretty damn well. Like, he could give the French a run for their money type of well. That's going to be an interesting war. I can't wait for that one to spark up once the Germans... Oh, the Germans have retaken Berlin. Oh, dang. What the heck? The Germans are on a pushback here. This is a major upset here, people. Major upset. Oh my god. That's amazing. They've come close to evening out divisions. They've got about, what, 26 to 64, so they're sitting in the middle somewhere, so they're probably like 45-ish, 50. They have a decent amount of stuff there. They have way less casualties. Way less casualties. And the French are losing pretty much all along that fight, so that's really not good for the French. The Germans could pull off a victory here. They could still pull that off. That is amazing. If they pull off a victory after being pushed out of Berlin and back into Munich and pull off of German victory, would be astounding, honestly. It would be absolutely amazing. Surprised the Japanese haven't gone to war with anybody in their neighbor. It looks like everybody's just kind of waiting for British Raj to capitulate, and nobody's really interested, or at least that interested, in actually invading them. Like, Siam has troops at the border here, but they're not pushing. Same with the Chinese. They have lots of troops here. There's very few British Raj troops, but they have no... They're not really doing anything, you know what I mean? They're not really pushing. There's some fighting going on up here, but I think that's British Raj trying to push into China. What would be really nice is if the Soviets decided to invade the British Raj as well, which looks like they have plans to. So if Finland falls, it could be that could be the next target. I'm hoping. That'd be kind of nice. They do have to take out Poland at some point as well, if they want to try and get into Western Europe at all. But hopefully they can push the Finns back here and, you know, do what they're supposed to do. They've almost lost Leningrad, though, to the Finns. I'm surprised. It's a pretty heavily fortified line. The French are still getting pushed back, although they're starting to win some of the battles again. So they're... I don't know. This war has been interesting. The Germans are starting to are doing pretty damn good pushes, though. Really good pushes. Like they are fighting back in force. The French took all of these garrison divisions out onto that front line. They'd probably start winning again, but it looks like the Germans have really focused on tanks. So if you look here, there's a lot of tanks. There's a lot of tanks. And the French just don't have the better tanks. So a lot of the German tanks are medium to heavy, and Panzer Division tanks. French are mostly light. So it's kind of... yeah. It's not good for the French. The French have secured Denmark, though. They've fully secured Denmark. Oh! Holy crap. Turkey is gone. The Poles and the Italians are now at war. That'll be an interesting one to watch. Because whoever wins of the Germans and the French attack are either going to go to war with Italy immediately, or they're going to go to war with Spain. Probably going to be Spain, but either way, we're getting down to the last European powers slowly but surely here. It's kind of crazy. Wait, what? A white peace? You can't fucking do that. Yeah, just declared war on Finland again. Oh, really? They're not allowed to do that. This mod is supposed to prevent that. Mod maker, there is a white peace with Finland and the Soviets. See if that I'm gonna see if that happens again. I'm kind of curious whether that will occur again. Better friggin' not. God dang it. Let's see. How's this going for the... wow, the Italians are actually losing. Wow. They've pushed the Poles out of Turkey, though. So that could change it. If they can manage to link up these troops and push, then they might have a chance. But they're actually losing on all of these fronts. Who has the more units? It should be the Italians. So 81. On 41. Yeah, the Italians have the numerical superiority. I'm quite shocked that they're losing this war so far. I mean, look at the Germans. It could go either way. Bolivia's been annexed in South America here, so Brazil's finally quashed them completely. So the Brazilians, who are they at war with now? Colombia, which is quite weak because they're at war with Peru and have been for a while. So that's probably not going to be good. Colombia probably will not last very long there. They're not that close to capitulating, though. That's probably because this war hasn't... they haven't really ceded much land here. And they're actually winning most of the fights. So yeah. Actually, no, they're losing. Never mind. Sorry. How are we going here? El Salvador is getting squashed by the Americans and Nicaragua at this point. So Nicaragua's got quite a bit of land going on. They're fighting for the capital, but losing because they're pretty close to surrounded here. These guys should pull out, kill these units first, and then go after the capital. Although it won't matter soon because the Americans are on their way. So it will not matter for very much longer, honestly. That's just funny. Oh, some actual fighting has opened up on with the British Raj. About friggin' time somebody decided to actually shoot at them. Frig. Either capitulate them or have them capitulate China. I don't really care what happens, but Asia is quite dull because everybody's just at war with the British Raj. Everybody. Siam has finally decided to push. So they were waiting pretty much along this line here, and so they finally decided to push up north, which is friggin' about time, honestly. It'd be great if they link up with the Chinese units and start to push towards Delhi. Because I'd like to see British Raj capitulate, at some point in the near future here. So that we can have stuff actually... oh shit, Finland's Ooh, double super screwed. Again, if they white peace again, I'm going to be ticked off, because that means the Soviet Union is just out of commission until somebody declares war on them, which won't be for a while, because they're a bit OP. How many units do they have, division-wise? 194, so a lot. A little bit a lot, too many. The Germans could have a chance against them if they can beat France and then do a little bit of a build-up before facing them, but we'll see what happens. It looks like the Italians have pushed in on the Poles, so the Poles' early victories are now over. The Italians have the superiority again. They've pushed back into Budapest and Vienna, and they're headed for Warsaw with blood in their eyes. Mussolini's ticked. That's gonna be an interesting war. Whoever the winner of this two is, and the winner of these two, or possibly these three, fight it out and see. The United Kingdom apparently is just fine. They probably can't even get navally invaded at this point. There are probably too many friggin' units around. Like, yeah, they're pretty well set up at this point. Pretty well set up. Oh crap! The Finns are pushing into Scandinavia. A couple of their units. They're probably just scared. Oh, El Salvador just... And there's the Canadian War. There it is. So they're just doing the anti-Comintern Pact. You can't do that, Germany. Nobody's gonna fucking join. So the Americans have finally declared war on the Canadians. I wonder how this is gonna go for the Canadians. Is that already an incursion? No, it's just normal border. This is gonna be great. Man. Finland was just annexed. The Soviet Union now has declared war on the British Raj. The British Raj's days are very, very much numbered. If the Soviets are now involved in that war. Good frickin' luck, man. So where are the Germans at here? They're pretty close to... Actually, I think they're on the Maginot Line now. Yeah, this is the fortress line for the Maginot Line. So they're already there. If they were smart, they would try to blitz through Netherlands here and come south so they don't get caught up on that Maginot Line, or Maginot, sorry. That could spell their demise still. We're pretty much back to close to pre-war borders here, because the French had, like, here down, and then across, of course, to the Maginot, and the Germans had this chunk here. So we're pretty damn close to pre-war border, so that'll be interesting. I still wonder if France can turn it around again and beat them. Not by the looks of those numbers, though. Not by the looks of those numbers. And the Soviets are now invading British Raj. Thank God. Go, Soviets, go. Just friggin' train wreck the friggin' British Raj. So that we get some actual wars going on in Asia that aren't just everybody against the British Raj, for God's sakes. Look at this. Look at all these Asian nations that are against the British Raj. Who is the People's Republic of China at war with? That's what I want to know. Not with Japan. Soviet Union. No, you're not. You're not at war with that. Japan. Oh, it's British Raj. I'm asking for China, please. Nobody. They're not at war with anybody? Really? What the hell? Okay. Why not? Go to war with China. They're, like, fairly close to you in, like, unit division size and stuff. Go to war with this clique. Go to war with the Philippines. Siam. Hell, Japan. Who cares? Actually, how is Japan doing? That's what I want to know. What do they have? Hello, Hirohito. 141 divisions, so yeah, they could very well challenge the Soviets in brute strength, at least. That would be an interesting war. Hopefully that happens. Really hoping that happens. So this is going to be a considerably longer video, obviously. Because I want to play this out for as long as possible. I just want to see what the fuck happens, you know? I'm very curious. Holy crap, the Middle East looks gross. Saudi Arabia still has not fallen, wow. They have 2 divisions left, while they have 3 total. I don't know where the third one is. Oh, there he is. Stranded, but he's still got Baghdad for supply, so he's gonna live. Just fighting against British units. So, this guy's fucked now. He's surrounded by the Brits. If the Brits are smart, they're gonna go after the capital next. Be about time that they fell. I mean, they're not even close to capitulation, really. There's a chance with Baghdad they could just continue the fight, which would be absolutely hilarious, but I think it's a good chance that they're probably going to capitulate here shortly. Oh, they actually switched to Baghdad. Oh my god. Wow. They've actually hung on. I am absolutely freaking shocked. Oman and Yemen are at war, at least. So that's good. Is that really a Saudi troop? Oh my god, it is too. So, did they survive, or are these just new troops? They can't go anywhere. They're stuck. They are completely stuck. The British, yeah, they're starting to swarm in on Baghdad now. That troop's... It's lasting for now, but for how long, who knows. The Raj is going under. How is the U.S. and Canada war going? Nothing's happened. Good. Okay. God's sakes. Somebody push here. America, you could push. Although the Canadians have a lot of units. How many units do the Americans have? They have 54. And the Canadians have 33. Okay, so this could actually be quite the fight. I don't know necessarily what... oh, the Canadians are pushing. They're pushing in the west where there's no defense. There's nothing on the border. There's nothing even near the border. The Canadians could take half of their friggin' production before they even respond. Oh, they're literally leaving. Oh, and the Canadians are now invading New England. So basically just trying to space out America. Because America has so many troops like down here defending and stuff. Oh my god. Wouldn't that be hilarious if the United States capitulated to Canada? Wouldn't that be funny? My goodness. Who's Brazil at war with now? Peru, okay. And they're only winning one of their fights, and only barely. Wow. Although Chile is at war with them as well. Wow, Chile got fat. Invading Argentina here. I'm surprised Argentina wasn't able to quickly quash that. I think they might have not been able to. The Maginot Line is still holding by the looks of it. Yeah, Strasbourg here is still holding. The Saudi Arabia finally died. The Germans are trying to push south here by the looks of it into Switzerland to come around the line, which is smart. And they are starting to push into the Netherlands here as well. Although the French are seeing some victories. They just retook Cologne here. So the fighting is still in favor of the Germans, but not as much. The Germans are also now at war with the Poles, but that's fine. The Poles are weak. They're getting sandblasted by Mussolini here, so German tanks and stuff are easily going to roll them over. That might be good too, and it might end that war early for Mussolini rather than getting more casualties. Although the Germans are not doing great here. What are they on for conscription? Oh, they're only unlimited. Okay, so that's not too bad. I thought they were higher than that. Well, they just jumped, so they just changed theirs. Did they just change? They just changed theirs, didn't they? Oh, they're still limited as well. They just have more of a pool, it looks like. Go with Britain. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Really great idea, guys. Mussolini is pushing in here, although the Poles have retaken that land here, Istanbul, and are pushing, trying to push into Italian-controlled Turkey, but they're not going to make it. They're really close to capitulating. They may capitulate if they lose Warsaw. They may not. They may continue fighting. We'll find out here in a minute. Because this defensive troop is not doing very well. Yeah, they just took Warsaw. See if they... Okay, so they're now in Bucharest. So now it's basically up to the Italians to kill them. The Germans aren't going to be able to get down there, I don't think. It'll be beneficial for the Germans to end this war, though, to make sure that they can actually go against the French fully. What's France at? Oh, that's Poland. France isn't even close to capitulating because they haven't even gotten into their homeland yet. Still way more casualties on the French side, though. And the German Reich is still 18% towards dying miserably. Oh shit, the British Raj is not doing great here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, their capital, Bombay. If Bombay falls, they're done. They're absolutely done. The Soviets coming into this war was probably the best thing to happen to this war. As much as I really don't want the Soviets to continue to take land. Oh man. Why is oh man there? It means they might not die if they lose their capital and they move it to in here somewhere. Yeah, because there's actually a town. They could. That would be embarrassing. Like, super embarrassing. Well, the Italians pushed back. They've got... well, they don't have it yet, but they're headed towards Istanbul. I wish they would hurry up and attempt to take Bucharest. I mean, I know there's troops and stuff here, but come on, guys. Hurry the hell up. Make your pushes. Looks like the Germans now on a defensive initiative here. They've taken Warsaw, and that's all they care about. So they're kind of on a defensive. They're more worried about their offensive on the French. I cannot believe this is like the comeback of the century. Like, they were dead. Like, they were dead. Like, the fact that they're still kicking is absolutely amazing. And the fact they've now pushed France back to the original French borders pretty much. They're pretty close. They just have this section of former Belgium to take over, and then France is back to its regular French borders. Is pretty amazing. Oh, the UK actually managed to take this island from their landing pad in Malta. That's interesting. Oh yeah, Bombay's gonna fall here very shortly. That unit's not gonna last very long. The Soviets are very, like, they're so well supplied. Like, they're such, like, healthy units. This guy falls and these guys move in here and they all attack Bombay. That's it. Like, I'm just waiting for this unit to, like, get its ass kicked completely. Oh, yep. They just capitulated. Wow. Quite a bit to China. Gangxi click a little bit here. Siam has a bit. Looks like the Gangxi click, though, is... Oh, no, the Chinese and the Soviets could go to war. Let's see what happens here. South Africa? What? Japan declared war. And Soviet Union declared war on the Germans. Uh-oh. That's not good for the Germans. Oh, no. They were going so good. Oh, Peru died. They were doing so well. This was the comeback of the frickin' century. And now they're just going to get absolutely murdered. If they're smart, they'll push as much as possible into the Soviet land before the Soviets get there. They're on their way. Set up a defensive line. Oh, man. Oh, speaking of oh, man, it was annexed. Yemen now owns all that land. That's good to know. So the Asian territories are actually going to see some action now. They didn't declare war on the Soviets. No, they're at war with these guys here, the clique, who is at war with Japan. No, the Chinese are at war with... Or the Republic of China is at war with Japan. I said that they should have been at war with Japan in the friggin' first place, but apparently my words go unheeded. They're doing well against the Japanese. How many units do they have? 59. So they could last a little while. I don't think they'll win it, but they could last a little while unless they're stupid here and these Japanese units manage to surround all of this and kill them, in which case they're super screwed. Why do they just have 24 units on a death dot? What the hell? Why aren't you helping? Why aren't you fighting on that line? Why are you letting your comrades die in vain? Like, literally die in vain. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's fighting now in the Soviet sphere here. It's going to be really bad if the Polish actually fall now. Because the Germans will have a border with the Soviets. That'll be bad. That'll be really bad. You can tell their offensive is slowed. They're like, uh-oh. Like, they're still doing really well here. They're still pushing the French back, but yeah. It's just not good. It's not good. They're going well on their way to Paris. If they can hurry the frick up and get to Paris, then good. They broke the Maginot. The Maginot is broken now. They've taken Strasbourg here, and they're attempting to surround them at Metz. It's not going that well. Oh, no, it is going well, actually. This tank is holding up. Why aren't they pushing? Why aren't they pushing? I don't understand. I'll never understand their tactics. I don't know how long they're going to last up here, though. Hopefully they go well. Chile's gone. Wow. So we're down to what? The last 2 states? Yeah, last 2 states in South America. So that's interesting. The Canadians still have more land than the Americans. What the fuck? The Canadians could actually take America. Let's everybody just soak that in for a second. That is a distinct possibility at this point. They basically take land, then the Americans move, and they just hold, and then they take land on the other side. Like, what the hell? It's so good. That's so good. That's hilarious. I can't believe this. Cannot believe this. This is hilarious. The Americans have, like, nothing defending their border here. Like, nothing. These Canadian troops could just, like, swarm the Midwest. Like, just swarm it. You know? Like, I don't... It's so dumb. The Americans are so dumb right now. I don't even understand. How are the Germans doing against the Soviets? Poorly. Okay. Oh, well, no, they're not doing... They're doing okay. So long as they can hold that line. That's all they have to do is hold this line. They don't have to do it for very long, but they have to hold that line. That's all they need to do. Once they take Paris, the French are going to be pretty weak. Like, just come on. Well, that's Brazil. Poland is almost dead. Soviets. There's France. So yeah, France is actually headed towards capitulation now. So that's good. Hopefully they can hold them. Hopefully. Hopefully. The Italians are incompetent and can't take Bucharest. Or haven't bothered yet. I don't know. There's no fighting going on this line anymore. The only fighting really in Europe, once in a while in Istanbul, and the French line still. Because the Germans are pissed. And are heading back into France, or at least trying. Looks like the French are actually making some gains, though. I don't know how long that'll last, so the French should soak that one up. Probably won't last very long, by the looks of it. I love how there's still fighting going on down here. Oops. There's some fighting in Bern. Like, the French will make some gains. Like, I mean, they pushed back into Luxembourg and the such, but they can never really consolidate those gains. They just keep losing, but the big problem now is Papa Stalin is invading the Germans on a pretty heavy scale, so if the French can hold, they'll have Soviet reinforcements within the next year. They just have to hold. That's the only thing. And they're doing okay at the holding part, at least right now. They're not letting Antwerp or Brussels go, and that's been a fight for a while. So, you know, we'll see. We will see. Do they still have Luxembourg? They retook it, but I don't know if they kept it. No, Luxembourg was retaken. Okay, wasn't sure. I'm not even sure if Luxembourg was even in this. They weren't for very long. I don't know who initially took Luxembourg. Should go back and find out. Just plays Luxembourg and see who took me over. I feel bad for France. They had such promise. Then they just, I don't know. I'm not even sure what happened, honestly. How's Italy doing on this? Not well. They're not very good at taking Istanbul. If they could take Istanbul back and then get an army in here to push, they could, like, force them out of Bucharest pretty quickly. It looks like Mussolini's, like, complacent. He's not interested in pushing. The Poles definitely aren't, because they're losing. You know. I don't know. Seems foolish. But they're going to have to fight eventually, because they're going to be fighting somebody else here soon. The Gangxi clique is not looking good. It's a lot of the actions in Asia, so Europe has calmed down now that they're down to some bigger superpowers. And the Asians have kind of heated up. So you've got the Gangxi clique here, their capital of, what is it, Nanning here? Yeah, Nanning. It's not doing very good. But the Chinese are not doing too great either. You've got the People's Republic of China not doing all that great against the Japanese. They've lost some land. They haven't lost a whole lot of land, but they've lost some land. The Japanese are actually kind of disappointing. I figured they blitzed them harder than that. They still have 18 divisions just standing here. It's less than the 24 from before, but then now they have 12 standing here. So I really don't understand, honestly. I really don't. But hey, whatever. Yeah, the Gangxi click's pretty close to capitulating. They'll probably move their capital at least one more time. But not more than once more. Saw an autosave there. I thought somebody capitulated. Oh, France, Brussels, and Antwerp are starting to get surrounded now. That's not good. It's not good at all. They've taken Reims. I don't know if they'll keep it, but they've taken it. The fighting here has been very... Yeah, see, they just retook Reims. So it's like, you know, who knows? Oh! Brazil has come out as the superior South American country. Not a surprise to anybody at all. Good on them. They're now pushing into Nicaragua. And they'll probably declare war on the States next. Which isn't good. Look at this. Canada is absolutely annihilating the Americans. They've surrounded 2 units here in Chicago. Yep, they just took Chicago. So those 2 units are screwed. Fighting in Milwaukee. Looks like one's already died. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. 105 divisions for the Americans. Way more than the Canadians. And they can't. They just can't. They literally can't. They're winning this fight in Cleveland. But only temporarily. There's nothing in Washington. And there's nothing standing in the way of these Canadian troops walking into Washington at the current time. They keep trying to navally invade and just fail. They're not very good at it. I can't believe the Canadians have taken that much land. Even if the Canadians do get pushed back and lose eventually, the fact that they've done this is already pretty damn impressive. Like, honestly. Oh, the Brazilians can't even continue because America owns this. That's funny. That's interesting. God help America. Absolutely, you're losing to the Canadians. God help you. Oh, hey, the Italians actually pushed back, through Istanbul and retook it there. So now they're trying to head up towards Varna. Finally, some movement on that front. Oh my God. Shoot me now. The Germans are losing terribly to the Soviets up here. Oh my God, that's gross. Wow. Oh. They really need to hope that Poland doesn't capitulate. That's their only, like, buffer right now. They are still winning in France, though. Quite a lot. They still haven't taken Brussels or Antwerp, but as soon as they do that... oh, hey! The Chinese are getting bigger. They're at war with Siam now. That's going to be an interesting one, because Siam is actually quite prepared. Siam has quite a few units. 62. So they're actually pretty prepared for an invasion. 139, though, for the Chinese, so... We'll see who's the better unit, I guess. Oh, hey, that's interesting. Siam just has this land here. And they're... what is that? Soviet Union divisions. That's interesting. What the hell are they doing there? Are they exiled? I'm guessing they're exiled. Yeah, they're exiled divisions. Okay. I was confused there for a minute. Chinese army's going to go and kill off those 3 units there. Hopefully quickly do that so they can bring all that army back. They're going to need it against Siam. They're going to be a tough fight. Definitely tough fight. God. Good Lord. Jesus. I don't even know anymore. I love how the Spanish haven't done anything, though. Like, they've just kind of sat there. I know they're at war with the Brits, but they have no naval plans, nothing. They're just kind of there with, like, 1 billion divisions. Same with the UK. They're just kind of there with, like, 1 billion divisions. Like, they don't give a fuck. Do they even have any divisions in their overseas colonies? No. Not there, at least. In Africa, they do. Which makes sense, because they've been doing a lot of fighting in the Middle East and Africa. I'd want to be there, too. They're still at war with South Africa, and they haven't pushed, despite the South Africans having, like, no units. They could easily just completely steamroll them, but they're not going to. My god. The war with Siam has broken out, and the Chinese are winning, for the most part. We'll see if that front ever collapses. It's a pretty good setup that the Siamese have. So it's hard to say whether anything will happen or not. I think once these guys here fall, which they will very, very shortly, oh, they just died, and all these Chinese divisions go back to that line, you'll probably see some movement. I just feel bad for the Germans. They've worked so hard. And they only got so far. They've stopped pushing. They've stopped pushing. They don't even have troops in here. They've stopped pushing because they're worried about the Soviets now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poland. Some fighting going on here. Oh, a surrounded German division. What the hell? How did he get all the way out there? That's interesting. The Germans have taken everything off the Polish line right now. So they are quite scared. They are running scared right now. The Soviets are closing in. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to end it here, guys. Pretty interesting mod, but I'm going to bed. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.